What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ayir Asante TV. Today we have a little bit different of a video for you guys. We're gonna watch some of my film of our last workout.
Touchdown, Wyoming! Ayir Asante.
Ayir Asante gallops in. Holy crossway.
First off, just want to say thank you to everyone that's been showing love, supporting us, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing these videos. That helps us out a lot. Continue to do so. We're definitely feeling the love, and we've appreciated everything that you guys done. But for today's video, we're going to start with this clip of me and Bayonne. I was running routes with Tony Raziopi. We had Cam Miller, kind of saw a little bit of it in a day in the life. But we'll just get into it. A lot of you guys ask, like, what are you looking for as a receiver, or what do I look at? What's good, what's bad? And basically, when I run routes, I just want to look fast, feel fast, and just be efficient. And when I say efficient, I just mean being as clean as I can when I'm braking. So if I have a curl, I want to try to get in and out in 3 steps, right? So if I'm braking to my right, and I'm on the left side of the field, braking to my right, it'll be a left, right, left. If I'm going to the opposite, it'll be right, left, right. That type of stuff. When I'm running posts and everything like that, I like to brake, keep my angle, and dig for 3 revolutions. So obviously, if you don't really know what that means, I'll be able to talk you a little bit through it right now. But so let's just start with this first clip. The first clip we have, I am running what we call a with glance. Or a spray glance. Whenever you're widening your stem, it's a spray. And whenever you're losing, we call that a lose or a dive. In this situation, we're going to be running a curl, right? So let's just say Z's running a curl. Let me change it right here. So the Z's running a curl, right? 12-yard curl. Now, let's say that they go left tight. So now the Z is here, right? He still has to get to this area for the curl, but he's now tight. So what we'll do is he'll spray, hit curl, right? When you get wider from where you are aligned, that's called a spray. And usually, right, if that was a 12-yard curl, because you're spraying and you're going wider, it is now 10 yards. But that's yardage, right? In the video, I'm running a spray glance, and glance is off timing. So I can still take 5 steps the same way I'd be taking 5 steps straight up, so I don't have to take off any, I don't have to take off any steps or anything like that. So now, let's just say for whatever reason, they went, the coach calls like left Z wide or something, where the Z's all the way over here, and they told him to run a curl. Again, the plays are built off the spacing, so instead of you running a curl out here and it really not affecting anyone the same way, that's a different play. What you're going to do is what we call a dive. So you're going to dive in and get up, right? And whether you do that, or some offenses go post curl, right? You get to the same spot, but again, it's all about the spots. So when you have a stem, right? As I'm saying, most of the time they're drawn, everything's straight up, right? So you have your post, you have your corner, you have your curl, your comeback, your dig, your out, your 5-yard out, your slant, right? That's what the tree looks like. But for a lot of what's going on, especially the more advanced the offense gets, the stems are going to be based off of, if you are going in and then going up, or if you're going out, it's called a spray, right? It can be more immediate, like a shallow, because this one right here, this dive, is built off the shallow. Or, sometimes like with that spray curl, it can be based off of another route. Like when I run my spray curls, I like to go, like I was showing on the film, go and kind of sell that slot fade, right? You got to know what your DB is afraid of. But for this route, it's a spray glance. A normal glance, I'd be outside, I'd go 5 or 7 steps, depending on the quarterback, depending on the offense. But with this one, because I am tighter, it has to be 5. 7 would take too long, because the more you go horizontal, the less you can go vertical. So for this one, 5 steps. I'm gonna go slow. You're always looking for the ball, even if you're getting a cadence, right? You always have to practice good habits. Snap. So, I mean, you can already tell I'm a little high in my stance, simply because as soon as the ball is snapped, I sink right there. But 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can see with my 5th step, my body's already turning to the right. Everything about me was going left. And a lot of the stems that this looks like is an out, right? If a corner is covering me, and he has to guard that out, he has to square up and be ready to break out. So that's basically what we're setting him up with. And then we break in. It's a flat angle. Stay away from the safety. Quarterback puts it on you on the hash or a little bit inside the hash. I go up. It's good eyes. Look it all the way in. Catch. And get vertical. So start off. That's a good rep. Let's see, this rep is a post. One thing that I see people do a lot when they're going deep on routes is they just run the route as fast as possible, and sometimes they overrun the quarterback. And what I always say is you got to understand, in real life, the quarterback is getting a snap, he's going through his footwork, he's going through his reads, and then if the post is alerted, right, the safety came down or whatever, then he's ripping it over the top. So to kind of simulate that, I like to, give my routes releases, because, again, there's going to be someone in front of you. You're not going to be able to just run the entire route by yourself. So here I kind of do a stick little jab, and then when I do my release, I do it at 5 to 6, right? Because either you're being pressed right at the line of scrimmage, or there's going to be a guy at 5 to 6 playing catch or kind of trying to knock you, off your route, whatever. So generally, if you're running a deeper route, anything over 10 yards, I would say if you're going to make a move at 5 to 6. Get used to building a habit of doing stuff that you would do in the game, right? And 9 times out of 10, that person's going to be at 5 to 6. 5 to 6. Is this how you're able to steal reps, essentially? Like, even though I'm here by myself, not by myself, but it's just me and the quarterback running routes, I'm still simulating what it would be like with an extra player, just so that when the player gets there, I'm not surprised and stuff like that. Because, I mean, think about it. If you're always running this post, right, and I'm just running as fast as I can, the quarterback's throwing, he's like, oh, Ayir's always going to get there, so I'm just going to throw it as far as I can. He's always going to catch it right on the hash, whatever. And then when you get someone in front of you, you do a release and you get knocked off. Now you're 3 yards off. You got to bend back in, and then you break. You're always going to get overthrown, and that's the worst feeling in the world. So here I go. I give a little hezzy 1-2 just to slow up the defender. A lot of times, you're running a route. All you want to do is eat up the space, right? Receiver, as a receiver, your favorite thing a DB does is when they press you, right? They press you because once you beat the press, you get the stack and you win the route, no matter what the route is. Like, even if it's a slant, right? You beat the press, you get on top, boom, slant, you got it, right? Post, go, whatever you want. Now, when they're off, basically they're allowing you to jam yourself if you let them, right? Like, if you think that I'm going to make these moves while they have all that space, they have time to recover. So even if you beat him with a move, all right, he thought you were going there, you come here. A good DB is going to, play his space, play his leverage, and be able to recover. What we like to do as receivers to eliminate that is close the space, right? I'll get up on him, then give him a move, and then go. So that's kind of what I'm simulating here. Kind of just, you when you lower your hips, he starts to get ready to break, right? So I do a little hezzy, a little bit of a Euro step kind of. So I'm still moving forward while I'm making the move. Then I stick, and then as you see, once I stick, I put my head down for 3 good revs, right? Revolution is really, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So reason why you do that is you set your angle, and once you beat them at the break, you have to separate. I'm fast. A lot of people are fast, and this is where you see it, right? Obviously, the beginning of the route, everyone's kind of feeling through it. You break, and you look up, not back. You look up because you want to find the ball, especially with a quarterback you trust. He's going to put the ball exactly where it needs to be. If you look back, your shoulders are turned, and a lot of people don't notice, your shoulders take you where you want to go. So if your shoulders are turned here, you're going to go there, even though you set your angle here. So you want to look up, not back. For that reason, I look up, I locate the ball, comes right to me, catch it on the hash. Cam's really a good quarterback, and hopefully I think he's going to get drafted at the end of this week. So he makes it really easy. Kind of just puts the ball there, and we make the play on the ball. Another one. So because I keep doing that in my stance, all that's telling me is that I'm being a little lazy in this video, but I can sink because my stance is kind of high up. If every time you want to go, you sink to go out, right? Because look at my front foot. It's literally just sitting there. My shin angle straight up, right? And when I want to get going, I drop, knee falls forward, and then I'm able to push. But I really should just be kind of right here to begin with, so I don't really have much to go. But you know, it is what it is. I'll fix it. So this one I kind of hezzy. That's why you see the toe drag. Set them up. 1, 2. We call it a rocker. Then look head down, run, look up. So with this one, the wind was kind of blowing, and then Cam kind of left it a little bit skinny. So when you leave it skinny and the wind takes it, it's going to end up on your outside shoulder, which is a tough catch for a post. But I looked up early enough. I saw it. I was able to react. I thought I was going to be able to get it because, as you can see, look where the ball is coming in. That's why I say look up. It's literally coming from above you. And I thought I was going to be able to react and get it over the shoulder. But look, the one problem with this is my hands are too low. If I would have went and caught it up here above my eyes, I would have been able to catch it and look it in. This one, I have it. Sorry. Just misjudged it, but it's a lot because from here to here, in real life, that's happening in a millisecond. So it's like you have to be tracking it. And I'm tracking it. It's just, you know, you got to complete the play. So when you're running routes, whether you're with your high school, your college, you know, your professional team, whether you're by yourself, you know, it doesn't matter. All of those reps count. And yeah, you kind of just got to put it all together. That's kind of what I think about while I'm running these routes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed something like this. I think that we can try to, especially, you know, as I go to the CFL and hopefully start making plays and having, you know, put together some games, I can, you know, break down my film. What was I thinking here? Why I did this? Or even, you know, if we get a big enough wanting for this type of stuff, this type of content, I can break down some of you guys' film. You know, you guys can send me stuff and ask me what you guys think. A couple of guys already reached out to me on Instagram and Snapchat, and you know, we sat down and broke down some of you guys' film. So I think it's a really cool opportunity for me to interact with you guys. And honestly, I can still learn a lot. You know, that's the thing about this game. You're always learning. There's new techniques. There's new thought processes. There's just a whole bunch of things going on. So I can learn a lot from y'all. Y'all can learn a lot from me. We can all get better at football. At the end of the day, you know, no one's perfect, and everyone's always getting better. So. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully you guys like this. Thank you guys for showing love. It's been a blast. You know, we got a giveaway at 500 subscribers. Everyone that subscribes to the channel, send me or the Ayir Asante TV page a screenshot. We will enter you into the giveaway. We're giving away gear. We're giving away signed stuff. We're giving away a free hour workout. Up to you. We'll figure it all out. And then we have another big giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So it's been a lot of fun. And we'll catch you in the next one.